Good day. Welcome to another edition of News Panorama on Uniosun TV. I am Abiba Adebisi, and in the studio I have with me
Lukman Atonda. It's nice to be on the program today.
As usual, we'll be looking at the major headlines from different Nigerian newspapers such as The Punch, Vanguard, Nigerian Tribune, Daily Trust, and the Guardian newspaper. Don't forget we have other segments such as the news analysis, where a prominent scholar will be talking on the major headlines of the day, and a segment where the studio line will be open for viewers at home to send in their message. Join us as the program starts fully after this short break. Welcome back to the program. Lukman, how are you? And how was your weekend?
I'm fine, Abiba. My weekend was great. I had fun with my friends during the weekend. We actually went to the beach, and from there we went to the club, and I really enjoyed my weekend. And you're also looking beautiful today.
Thank you. So let's move to the major headlines of the day. On the Nigerian Tribune today, we have federal government, state, FCT owed 35.5 trillion by June 2021. Working to formalize 10 trillion naira CBN overdraft. Economic realities forced us into borrowing to pay salaries, Akeredolu. External borrowings for benefit of Nigerians. APC replies PDP. We have this on page 30. And on page 25, we have Unibank cancels 20 late registration fees. VC apologizes.
The Unibank students really actually tried for their protest, and they really tried with that protest.
On page 3, we have Edo government bars unvaccinated civil servants, visitors from secretariat. On page 25, we have Osun Akwa Ibom governor signed anti-open grazing bill into law. And lastly, on Nigerian Tribune, we have after 23 years, Southwest set to produce PDP chairman. That's on page 21. And
on the Punch newspaper today, we have bread, cereal, other push food inflation to 20%. We have this on page 19. And we have National Assembly defends Buhari's $4.9 billion loan plan. APC PDP clash over debt. All countries engage in deficit financing. We are still within borrowing limit, says Senate. Buhari's loan for budget financing, not for looting, as done by PDP, says ruling party. APC borrowing to finance corrupt lifestyle and of its leaders and their cronies, alerts PDP. We can find this on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. And also on the Punch newspaper, we have reconstructing Ota Abeokuta Road will cost 56 billion naira. Fashola says Fashola.
Okay.
And also on page 4 and 5, gunmen invades Lagos farmhouse, kidnap businessman, shoots passerby. We can find that on page 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper. That's actually heartbroken because we got to just help us. Lecturer sues Sanwo-Olu CP, Commissioner of Police, over COVID-19 test, demands 65 million naira damages. We can find that on page 11. And we'll be moving to the Daily Sun newspaper. Khan expresses worries over migration of Boko Haram to Kaduna, says it is dangerous. Bad omen. That's on security. And we have that on page 3, Daily Sun's newspaper. FG will soon lift ban on Twitter, says Minister. That's actually good news. I've been waiting for this news. Nnamdi Kanu, Igbo senators, reps steps in to interfere with FG on pro-Biafra group's leaders' plight. Condemns sit-at-home order in Southeast. That's on page 8 of Daily Sun's newspaper. And this is news of joy because we all know the doctors have been on strike for a long time. Yeah. And now on Daily Sun newspaper, it says strike ends in sight as doctors agree to sign MOU with FG. This is actually you actually read something on anti-open grazing bill.
Yes.
Oyetola Udom signs anti-open grazing bill into law. This is page 7 of the Daily Sun newspaper. It is shocking Yoruba Nation is supporting IPOB, says presidency. Why is our president shocked? He's always shocked. Nigeria's Nigeria eternal debt, it's 36 trillion naira. We are actually in debt. I don't just understand. They are just going into debt every day, day by day, and that's on page 25 of Daily Sun's newspaper.
So on Vanguard newspaper, we have Nigeria now owing 35.5 trillion. Local debt stand at 21 trillion. Federal government owes 29.5 trillion. States own 6 trillion naira. World Bank Group, AFDP Group dominates creditors list. Bilateral creditors include China, France, Japan, Germany and India. That's on page 5. 100 days after, federal government says end of Twitter suspension is next.
That actually happened on the Daily Sun. It also came out on Daily Sun.
So on page 10, we have Hush Puppy. Final decision on Abba Kyari will be taken by Buhari, police minister. Resident doctors agreed to sign MOU with federal government to end strike. Striking doctors have chosen to make federal government whipping dog Ngige. That's on page 9. And lastly, on the Vanguard newspaper, we have Yoruba Nation's protest with IPOB at UN must be ignored presidency. That's on page 36.
Okay. On the Guardian newspaper this morning, today, we will judge you by the company you keep. FG warns Southwest agitators. Buhari to address UN General Assembly on Tuesday. Gbajabiamila denies comparing IPOB, Yoruba Nation agitators, with Boko Haram ISWAP. IPOB, not a terrorist organization, says Owaneze. Speaker has lost touch with realities of the present situation, says Afenifere. 65% of Nigerians question country's continuous existence as a nation. This report. Independence Day, youth announce nationwide protest, list 9 demands.
We hope their demands will be met before the...
And I guess we actually talk on this headline. And we have Jonathan yet to join APC. Nabena insists. This is on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper. And lastly on the Guardian newspaper, food price defy inflation control measure despite rate decline. This business on page 18.
Due to the increase in dollar.
And also regarding VAT. There's something like regarding VAT also.
Alright, let's quickly move to the next. Let's quickly go on a short break before moving to the next segment where our guest will be in the studio with us. Welcome back to the program. If you are just joining us, this is News Panorama on Union 406 TV, and we are in the second segment of the program where we have our guest with us in the studio. Our guest for today's program is a man of timber and caliber. He's a graduate of economics of Osun State University. He's an entrepreneur in person of Mr. Abdulaziz Arishile Joye. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, on the Punch newspaper, National Assembly defends Buhari $4.9 billion loan plan. APC PDP clash over debt. Sir, is this something good for the National Assembly to be defending the president for borrowing money instead of looking into the way to improve our own economy to cater for our needs?
You see, I do not expect much from this current crop of National Assembly, because you said National Assembly defends Buhari.
Yes,
Sir. Who would they defend? Are they going to defend Nigerians? No. Majority of National Assembly is APC. And when decisions are made on that floor, it's not made, the decisions are not made because of Nigerians, but they are made in party line or in pocket line. So these are the problem we have. Nobody is saying the reality to Mr. President. Nobody is telling the president what he needs to hear. The National Assembly is just rubber stamp National Assembly. So I don't expect anything much more than that from them. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. On the Vanguard newspaper, we have Nigeria now owing 35.5 trillion. Local debt stands at 21 trillion. With the present debt recorded, how do you think Nigeria government will clear this debt?
Well, owing debt shouldn't be any problem for any nation. In fact, no nation can grow without debt. United States of America is owing trillions of dollars in debt. But look out there. What are this money meant for? Why are we borrowing? Borrowing is not the problem. But why we are borrowing is the problem. It is only in Nigeria that I see that we borrow to loot. Then we loot, we reloot the looted recovered.
Wow.
So, you see, borrowing money is something on its own. But usage of that money, usage of the fund is what we should discuss. That the debt profile is rising shouldn't give us concern. Then what are we using this money for?
Because nothing that's cheap.
Because, you see, if you borrow 1 naira, and the time of repayment for that 1 naira is, let's say, 10 months. So in 10 months, you can spread 1 naira. And you can invest that 1 naira to give you an income, a return of, say, 20 kobo every month. For the next 10 months, 20 kobo times 10 will give you 2 naira. Then you can easily pay 10 kobo over the period of 10 months to clear your debt, which means you still have an excess of income of 1 naira, and plus the money you borrow, making 2 naira. Then you begin to grow. But in Nigeria, no. Once our politicians see that, okay, the internal generated fund is no longer enough to be spent anyhow, to be spent on their concubines, on their friends, to spend lavishly, then what they think is, okay, let's borrow $5 billion from China to add to what we need to loot. So, you see, the way our debt is growing, I really think that is the way our infrastructure, education, health is growing. Then we wouldn't have problem with that. Repayment will not be our problem. But currently, you know how many percent of the budget is being used for debt services? It's too much. It's very, very alarming. So we just pray that God save us in this country.
When these people we are borrowing from comes to collect their money back, are we ready for the consequences? Because is there any money on ground for them to even pay back when they come?
Well, I believe we're going to pay because there will be a bilateral or multilateral agreement from the institution or country where the money is being borrowed. But nonetheless, we remember our former president, Olusegun Obasanjo. If we can't pay, we seek for debt pardon. So
Debt pardon?
yes, like we did in Paris.
What does that mean?
It means that those we are owing will forgive us. That okay, they do not need their money again. So we did it during the Obasanjo regime.
So on the Nigeria Tribune, we have 100 days after federal government says end of Twitter suspension is near. I remember that on August 11, it was stated that the ban will soon be lifted, yet not lifted. Isn't this kind of fishy, or does it require a long process to lift the ban on Twitter?
Well, you see, when it comes to a situation like this, there are many underneath agreements that we wouldn't understand. But I think one of the things that came on board is that Twitter is ready to open maybe one of their offices here in Lagos, because there was already an office. There is already an office in Accra, Ghana.
Yes.
So perhaps they are bringing that on board to ease the process. So, but it's a good news to some people,
To me
and
also.
to some people it's not a good news. But whichever way, if Twitter comes back, Twitter is welcome back.
Okay, so this is on Guardian. This is regarding October 1, Independence Day. Youth announces nationwide protest, lists 9 demands. Do you think the protest will be successful because of what happened last year, October? Now their youth are demanding for 9 things. Among their demands is the recognition of those who died during the NSAS protest as national heroes with a national apology, reinstatement of all such public sector workers, reversal of salary cuts in both the public and private sector. They also demand include the immediate release of all detainees and prisoners being held for participating in peaceful protest. So do you think all these needs will be?
Well, I'm very sure a sound-minded government will never meet those demands.
Why?
Not all of them. Some are ridiculous, some are not. When you say they should reduce the payments, the salaries of those in private sector and public sector. Well, we hear of that of public sector, that of private sector. What's their concern? So it's nobody's business. Then
They actually says they should just reverse the salary cut. It seems like they've cut the salary.
Okay, that they've cut the salary before.
So they now want them to reverse the salary cut back.
You see, I'm a Nigerian,
Yes.
and I know what our society gives us as leaders. So, thinking that their demand will be met, forget about it. Not with this government. If with the other government, or the government to come, not even any of the past governments. And on the October 1st protest, I pray we don't speak the language the government will not understand, so that they will not be speaking to us in a language they think we understand. So that's what
just
I would
like
say.
the way they did
Last year.
So
October.
that's what I can say on that.
Okay.
Because October last year, you see, it is so appalling. It was so appalling, and it's an heartbreaking situation. But we found ourselves in a country whereby the followers get the type of leaders they deserve.
So regarding the protest, do you think people will actually come out after what happened October 2020?
Well, after October 2020, we've had a lot of protests after that in Nigeria. We have agitation from southeast, south. We have agitation from southwest. So that October, you see, one thing about Nigeria is whatever has happened. People move on. So just make sure you don't go with whatever happens.
Okay.
So people move on. A lot of people will still come out. I'm very sure of that.
Thank you very much for that response.
Thank you.
Viewer at home, hope you are enjoying the company of our guest. We know you have your contributions to make, so get ready as we'll be moving to the next segment of the program, where the studio line will be open for messages to come in. You can send in your messages to 081 43 69 6761. I'll be taking that again, 081 43 69 6761. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. This is still News Panorama on Union 406 TV. Don't forget we still have our guest in the studio, Mr. Arishile Joye. Hope you have your contributions ready, as our guest is also ready to respond to your contributions.
Still on the Twitter banter. Oh yes, a message is in already. Good afternoon. My name is Clement from Akpomo, Ikiri, and I would like to share my opinion on the headline about unvaccinated Edo workers being barred from secretariat. In my own opinion, I think the government should create awareness and enlighten the workers on the usefulness and benefits of taking the COVID-19 vaccination, because the worker might have fear taking the vaccination that it might have negative effects on their health. So I think this person is giving us a contribution on COVID-19. Thank you very much. This is Jason from Oshogbo. Based on your personal view, Is the security operatives making headway in securing Nigerian territory from bandits and kidnappers?
Well, I would say definitely yes. Because when you are not 101% safe, we know. And now that we are about 2% safe, we still know. You see, currently there are jobs well done for the security operatives, but at the same time, those operations needed to be intensified. They need to do more than what they are doing now. They are trying their best, and I think the president is also supporting them one way or the other. But Nigerian factor will always come in. The issue of corruption, the elite conspiracy, and the likes. So, but kudos to the security operatives. So, the security operatives are really doing great job, and we hope that sooner than expected, things will be far and much more better for Nigerians on security.
Okay. Thank you very much for the well detailed analysis you made, sir. Really appreciate you, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay, well, this is where we'll be drawing the curtain on today's program. Join us tomorrow, same time, same channel, for another interesting edition of News Panorama. Thank you very much, sir, for coming here
You're
today.
welcome.
We hope if we call you some other time, you answer our call.
You're very
So, have you all at home, thanks for being part of today's program. I remain your host, Abiba Adebisi.
We say a big thank you to our executive producer, Mr. V.O. Adefemi, and Dr. Mary Okucha, to our director in person of Ogunle Adetobiloba, and also our producer in person of Atonda Lukman, and to the entire group, to the entire crew. I remain my humble self, Lukman Atonda. We say bye for now.